Hey YouTube, back with another episode for Fate Stay Night. So let's go ahead and get right back into this. Alright. Yeah, and so the day ends. We tried to escort Sakura home, but she wouldn't because she knows she can't lie to Shinji. And so the day ends. Just before midnight, Emiya Shirou must carry out his daily routine of using magic. Stretch out and adjust my breathing. I try to empty my mind. I ignore everything around me and pay attention only to what is inside of me. As if to hypnotize myself, I murmur the spell I'm long accustomed to. No, really, I'm hypnotizing myself. So I have no magic crest and no knowledge of magic. A spell is only a change to myself. Normally there are no lines in a human body to allow the passage of magical energy. To artificially change my body to create such a line, I need enough concentration to unify my whole body and every nerve within it. Magic is a battle within yourself. For instance, at this very moment, I'm inserting a burning steel rod into my backbone. Why would you do that? This metal rod is the only magic circuit I can prepare for myself. When I insert this deep in my body and connect it to the other nerves, I can fully become a Magus. I don't quite understand, but... okay. Emiya Kiritsugu, the man who said so, was really a Magus. A living Magus who performed many marvels and had touched the very structure of the world. As a young child, I admired him and asked him to teach me magic. But you cannot become a Magus just through effort. It requires born talent and appropriate knowledge. And of course I have no talent, and Kiritsugu taught me nothing of magic. He said something about me having no need of such knowledge. I still don't know what he meant by that. But still, it didn't matter to me back then. I thought that if I could use magic, I could be like him. But I was not born with talent. No strength of magic circuit, no accumulated works of magic handed down for generations. The work of magic Kiritsugu possessed, the magic crest passed down the Emiya family, could only be passed on to a blood relation. A magic crest forces a rejection on those with no blood relation. So, as an adopted son, I could not receive the Emiya family's magic crest. Well, anyway. As I don't even know what a magic crest is, it doesn't matter if I have one or not. So now, all it comes down to is training. Now, all it comes down to is training what I can do. If I want to be a Magus, I have to learn... to be blunt, magic is the way to release one's magical energy. Oh, really? It's divided into two forms, a large source, mana, floating around in the world, and a small source, odo, created within oneself. It goes without saying that the large source is superior to the small one. The power of mana is on a completely different level from odo. Whatever the form of the magic, a spell during a large source far exceeds using only one's power. That is why superior magi excel at drawing magical energy from the world. It's like a filter. A Magus turns his body into a filter, sucking up the mana from the world around him and changes it into something he can use. The filter is what we call a magic circuit. This is the one talent one is born with, and the number of the magic circuits within you is determined the moment you are born. A normal human does not have any magic circuits. To begin with, there are always a few. That is why magi pile them up generation after generation, making their children more suitable to use magic. I hear some families go too far and increase the number of magic circuits by selective breeding. Huh. Since I was raised in a normal family, I don't have many magic circuits. So that only leaves one method open to me. According to Kiritsugu, every person has at least one form of magic they're fit for. He said something about drawing out magical energy appropriate to their origin, but I didn't really understand. All I know for sure is that even I have some magic I can use, and if I train that magic, I may be able to become someone like Kiritsugu. That is why I learned only that magic. That was 8 years ago. After a lot of thought, Kiritsugu finally accepted me as a student.
いいかいしろ。魔術を習うということは、常識からかけ離れるということだ。死ぬときは死に、殺すときは殺す。僕たちの本質は生ではなく死だからね。魔術とは自らを滅ぼす道に他ならない。
I guess I had no fear as a child. Kiritsugu smiled bitterly, putting his hand on the nodding Emiya Shirou.
君に教えるのはそういった争いを呼ぶ類のものだ。だから人前で使ってはいけないし、難しいものだから鍛錬を怠ってもいけない。でもまあそれは破ったって構わない。一番大事なことはね、魔術は自分のためじゃなくて他人のためだけに使うということだよ。そうすればシローは魔術使いではあるけど魔術師ではなくなるからね。
I guess Kiritsugu didn't want me to become a Magus. I don't care about that. I don't admire Magus. I admire Kiritsugu. If I can become like Kiritsugu and be there for someone, like on that red day, that will be... I'm thinking needlessly. I feel the iron rod in my backbone slide into place. I seriously have no idea why he is putting an iron rod into his backbone. It makes no sense to me. Every single time I come up on this scene, this seems so needless to me. I don't understand. Arrives deep within me, infuses in my body. Okay. Took him about an hour. I don't see how putting that into your backbone really produces a magic circuit, though. It's only a magic user who can create magical energy within his body and channel it into objects. There's only one magic possible, which is... strengthening objects. Magic of strengthening that reinforces the object's abilities by understanding the object's structure and channeling magical energy into it. Before me is a metal pipe. I will channel my magical energy into it, perform the simplest magic and reinforce its durability. Basically, channeling your magic energy into something other than yourself is like pouring poison into that object. It's just as the blood of Emiya Shirou is not the blood of the metal pipe. Burning different blood only accelerates its breakdown. It currently wouldn't strengthen it. To prevent that and turn the poison into a tonic, one must completely understand the structure of the target and channel the magical energy into a small open space. It must be easy for a skilled magus, but for me, who cannot even create sufficient magical energy, it's as hard as hitting a target hundreds of miles away. Or meters. The usual target in archery is 27 meters away. How much harder is it at many times that distance goes without saying. Heat in my body quickly escapes, the burning pillar in my backbone disappears, and the lungs stretched to the limit demand air. I rock my back to hold off the days, almost making me pass out. There's no change in the metal pipe. It seems that the magical energy I poured into it has evaporated into the air. The thing I'm attempting is like adding something to an already complete work of art. Adding to a complete object risks making it less perfect. Adding unnecessary things will actually decrease the value. That is why the magic of strengthening is simple yet difficult, and only few magi use it willingly. It's not like I use it willingly either, but I can't be helped, as this is the only thing I'm good at. It would be much easier if I could just form something out of clay and use it instead, but a substitute in appearance doesn't have the internal structure to match. The junk around here is a good example. When I fail to use strengthening magic, I make some substitute objects to practice and try to calm down, but they all end up with nothing inside. I can visualize something's structure easily, so I can make the outside look like the original, but it's empty inside, and of course it doesn't do anything. I wipe the sweat off my brow. Now that I think about it, I realize my whole body is sweating like I've been drenched in a bucket of water, and I'm lucky it ended like this. That was really bad. If I'd taken a second longer to recover myself, I would have probably destroyed most of my body. It's not even that easy, but it is true that you won't improve your magic if you're scared of death. But as long as you study magic, death is always right beside you. Even a simple magic repeated every day can go off with a simple mistake, taking the caster's life. Kiritsugu said so sadly. Maybe he meant that he didn't want me to take such a step. Kiritsugu said that to me when I told him I wanted to be just like him. I still don't know what he meant, but Emiya Shirou has to become a superhero who goes around saving people, just like Emiya Kiritsugu. It's not enough to understand the structure of an object with mere vision. Skilled Magus only detects what's important and channels magical energy without waste. My dream is to become a superhero. I remember what Fujine said during dinner. I don't think it's embarrassing nor impossible. You sure acted like it was embarrassing. It's already determined. Emiya Shirou will succeed Emiya Kiritsugu. That's why even though I'm inexperienced, I've done everything I can. I don't know what kind of person a superhero should be, so I can only approach it by helping others within the limits of my abilities. I have aimed straight for that goal for the past 5 years, but when things go wrong like this, I do have doubts. Sacrificing the minority for the majority? Utilitarianism, you know? That's what Kiritsugu thought anyways. I look at the sky through the window. It's not like I can just randomly do good deeds. I think being a superhero is different from helping others. I know that, but the question is, how can I become one? The difference between the two is the thing I've failed to understand for the past 5 years. Fates Night 2. One day, 2, what? What's that at the bottom right? 2, 1 day, Roman numeral 2. Okay, you know what, it's 2-1, February 1st. My awakening is dark. Perhaps I just don't dream much, but unless something really special happens, I always seem to have the same dream. What I imagine are swords. I don't know why it is, but this is the only thing that comes to my mind. There's no meaning or reason to it. It may just be one of the aspects making up Emiya Shirou. There are no dreams to dream. The only things I recall from sleep are things I was taught a long time ago. For example, about magi. Even if I'm an amateur, if I'm a magus, it's only natural for me to understand what kind of world I live in. To put simply, a magus is an exception in a conflict with modern society. But even exceptions must band together to survive. Father told me that the group of magi is called the Magic Association. He also said that I shouldn't associate with them. Don't associate with the association, man. The group called the Magic Association hides magic and organizes magi. They basically keep watch to see what that magic does not affect society with. Watch to see that magi do not affect society with magic. But the strange part is that they do not prohibit misuse of magic. Okay. According to Kiritsugu, the Magic Association is only interested in the concealment of magic. Okay. Does misuse of magic mean also, I don't know, revealing it to non-magic users? I don't quite understand what they mean by misuse of magic. Even if a Magus carries out his research at the expense of the lives of many ordinary people, the Magic Association will not punish him. So basically, the association is made up of a bunch of vassals. Because their priority is that magic should not become public, so they do not ban magic. So they're crazy people who think you can do anything as long as you don't get caught. Okay, so a bunch of sociopaths. Anyway, the surveillance of the Magic Society is thorough. Or Magic Association is thorough. Most magical research would cost the lives of ordinary people, and as a result, the existence of magic would become public. So the association does not allow research that would harm society. Okay. So Magi stay at home and research quietly while the normal world carries on unmolested. Hence, Magi only try to hide themselves to escape the association. So, perhaps I just don't know it and a Magus lives in this town. I hear Fuyuki City is a spiritually excellent area. Such an area always has a distinguished Magus with a history. They are called the second owner, an elite, and the association entrusts the area to them. Magi who would live in the area must visit them and obtain their permission to construct a workshop. Looking at it like that, we're thieves living here without the permission of the landlord. Father was an outlaw who cut his ties with the association and moved here without the consent of the administrator of Fuyuki. The owner doesn't know that Emiya Shirou was a Magus, and Shirou doesn't know who the owner was. With reasoning like that, I think our position is ambiguous. Father, the real Magus, has passed away, and I, his son, the pupil, don't know the Magic Association and have not the skill to be a Magus. From the association's point of view, they would want to catch an amateur like me doing things, but I've seen no movement yet. No, I've heard that Japan is relatively hidden from the eyes of the association, so I think I've just been found out. I've just not been found out, I mean. But that doesn't mean I can't let my guard down. People say that the eyes of the association are everywhere. On top of that, if you commit a crime with magic, the heretic enters the church will come after you. That just means that whenever you use magic for, lack of care will create enemies. I, Emiya Shirou, have to study independently, taking that into account. I wake up to see the sun shining through the window. The sun may have just risen, as it's a little dark outside. Yeah, nobody really is, buddy. I get up trying to... Oh, God, did I just call him buddy? No! No, Emiya Shirou is not my buddy. I hate him. I get up trying not to be defeated by the morning chill and quickly fold up my futon. It's 5:30. One of my strength is waking up at this time, no matter how late I go to sleep. I do sometimes make mistakes and wake up late like yesterday, but I usually wake up early. I think alarm clocks are degenerate, so I haven't used one since I was a kid. Degenerate? Excuse me. I use an alarm clock. At least I used to. Since I let Sakura do all the work yesterday, I have to return the favor this morning. I should finish preparing before Sakura arrives. Aw, such a kind housewife. I don't care about food. It's almost 6 o'clock. I finished earlier than I expected, so I have some extra time. So, what should I do? Wait, what? Did I just make a choice by accident? Well, I guess I'm gonna be, training. Guess I'm gonna go train. The Emiya household is a splendid dojo, blah blah blah, but there's no purpose for it. Fujine's playground even before I came here. But I became Kiritsugu student and started using this place a lot, so Fujine hated me back then. There's only one thing to do now that I'm here. Even a Magus cannot neglect to train their body. One of the requirements for a Magus is to have an excellent physical abilities. While Kiritsugu was alive, we had many matches here. Well, it was pretty much him beating me, so I didn't learn anything about how to win a fight. Oh, I would have loved to see that. But I think I learned the difference between a fight and a battle. In other words, I was taught the difference between killing your opponent and beating your opponent. Knowledge and experience are different. Unless I know in advance, it's hard to tell whether I'm involved in a fight or a murder. It's a simple story. As long as you learn magic, you might destroy yourself, and at times will become when you have to fight. For a magi, a fight means killing each other. So I think what Kiritsugu wanted to teach me was prepare my mind for the prospect of death. But it's been a while since my teacher passed away. On my own, all I can do are simple exercises. Things like push-ups, sit-ups, stretching. Not too different from the morning practices I did in the archery club. The only difference is I'm training lightly and heavier. Wait, what? What? The only difference is if I'm training lightly or heavily. My bad, I rushed through that. I was like, lightly and heavier? What? Good morning, Senpai. Have you finished preparing breakfast already? Really, we should do a senpai counter when we get into the Heavens Field Wild. That would be amazing. Sakura is cheerful. And behind that admirable junior... Fujine moves slowly to the table. I don't care about food. Oh wait, I think I saw a faint bruise on her wrist when she leaned forward.
Sakura,
Yeah, what is that? She looks away awkwardly. And that tells me who caused the bruise. Again, Shirou, let me ask you again. Why are you friends with that douchebag? What the hell? Sakura falls silent. She looks calm, but she's pretty obstinate. It's useless to say anything to her now. Sorry for what? You did nothing. True. At the mention of Shinji's name, Sakura looks away awkwardly. In other words, he is the cause of that bruise. Mato Shinji has a bad habit of being hard on his sister. I first noticed it about a year ago. Sakura was injured sometimes, and she just evaded my question when I asked about it. When I asked Shinji about it, of all things, he said he was the one who hit Sakura. When I asked him why he hit her, he said that he just hit her because he felt like it. I mean, what an asshole. After that, I got pissed and did to Shinji what he did to Sakura. Since then, we've been estranged. I still don't regret punching him. You shouldn't. But I think it's my fault that Sakura is being treated worse. Sakura says strange things sometimes.
兄さん、先輩を目の敵にしてるって聞きました。
それは違う。部活を辞めたのはシンジとは関係ない。いや、そりゃ多少はあったかもしれないけど、そんなのはさくらが気に病むことじゃないぞ。確かに。
I point to my right shoulder. There's a scar there. It happened a year and a half ago. A shipment collapsed on me during work and I hurt my right shoulder. I got out with just a broken bone, but the shipment was a hazardous one and I got a burn on my side. After that accident, I quit the archery club. My school archery club emphasizes formalities as they let us shoot formally even as students. The men expose their right shoulder when they shoot. Shinji commented that it might be indecent for someone shooting formally to have a scar on their shoulder. Since I was getting busy with work, I quit the archery club right then. I really don't see a problem, but whatever.
何を
I
平和な。
just didn't want to deal with Shinji's
藤姉は
crap.
全身骨折しようが支障ないっていうやつだぞ、さくら。
先輩。
Sakura glances at me like she wants to say something. I should answer seriously too, but I can't give her the answer she wants.
当分は部活をしている余裕はないよ。弓は好きだけど、優先するべきことじゃないし。
しばらくって。
気が向いた頃かな。まあ、さくらが卒業するぐらいまで。
I pat Sakura's shoulder. Sakura stares blankly for a while, and then...
はい。私、その時をお待ちしています。
And she nods so powerfully that it seems like she might drop the plate she's holding. That is a pretty powerful nod. It's almost 7:30. Sakura and Fujine have already left their morning club practice. I went to the school early because Issei wanted me to, but I leave my house at the usual time today. I run into an unusual scene when I reach the intersection. Several police cars are parked outside a house. Something must have happened as it's noisy and lots of people are surrounding the area. I'm curious, but I can't tell what's going on with the people surrounding it. I have no time, so I should prioritize school. I reach the school 10 minutes before the bell. I enter the main gate as usual.
Ohayo, Emiya.
I bump into a familiar female student.
なんだ、まだ着替えてないのか、三つ釣り。もうすぐホームルームだぞ。
いや、ごもっとも。相変わらず釣れない野郎だね、エミヤは。
She laughs as if something is really funny. Mitsuzuri Ayako. She was my classmate in first year, and she's now the captain of the archery club. She is very insightful, and everyone expected her to become a captain since the first year. Well, in other words, her mental age is older than her real age, so she's been the older sister type to everyone since she was the first year. Though she gets mad when people say that, according to her, she's not that old.
ああ、今あんた、よからぬ感想を漏らさなかったかも。
そんなものは漏らさない。あくまで客観的な事実を連想しただけだ。それで気を悪くするのは。
お、言うじゃん。いいね。正直に答えるくせに。エミヤ、シンジと違って隙がないな。
シンジ？なんでそこにシンジが出てくるんだ？
Yeah, sorry, I just hit the control button and it went way ahead. So, I'm back over here now. Shinji, what does he have to do with this? Because you guys are friends. You're the only male friend he has, right? You might have forgotten, but I'm the captain of the archery club. Don't you think it's only natural of me to connect to the current problem student and the problem student that quit? Yeah, that's certainly natural. The archery club has nothing to do with it, but I certainly do have an unsavory and inseparable relationship with him. Oh, that makes me mad. You get so cold when talking about the archery club. You've got it nice. You left Shinji behind and just quit. Couldn't you think about those who were left, like me and Sakura? Did Shinji do something again? A day doesn't pass when he doesn't do something. Still, yesterday he was a bit too much. He even made a guy from the first year quit. Mitsuzuri sighs seriously. It's weird for her to make a face like this, but even more than that, I can't ignore what she just said.
なんだよそれ。部員が辞めたって。
シンジのやつが八つ当たりしたのよ。わざわざ女子を集めてね、夢を持ったばかりの子にシャをさせて的中するまで笑い物にしたとか。
は
What an asshole.
あ？お前そんな馬鹿げたことを見過ごしてたってのか？
見過ごすか。けどさ、首相ってのはいろいろと忙しいんだ。
それはそうだが、にしても何考えてんだシンジのやつ。
あきれ
Yes, he is.
エミヤってば
あれってなんだ？今お前。
Yes, she
あら
was.
私はあくまで客観的な事実を連想しただけさ。
いいや、それよりシンジはどうしたんだよ。
聞いた話じゃ遠坂にこっぴどく振られたとかなんとか。
遠坂って。
うちの学校にあれ以外の遠坂なんていないでしょ。2年 A 組の優等生ミスパーフェクト子。
いや、そんなあだ名は初めて聞いたけど。
It's the first time I've heard the nickname, but I would probably agree with it. With Tosaka involved, I can understand even Shinji getting turned down, and most of all, if it was Tosaka, I can see her refusing him mercilessly.
ともかくシンジのやつは昨日おかげで私もこんな時間まで道場で目を光らせてた。
シンジのやつ変にこらえが効かない時があるからな。
はいはい。けどね、シンジって懲りないでしょ。また遠坂に声をかけて振られた日には。
いや、いくらシンジでも振られた相手には近寄らないだろう。あいつそのあたりは。
けど相手が近寄ってくるんだからしょうがないじゃない。遠坂さ、なんか知らないけどうちの道場よく見学に来るのよ。
That's the first I've heard of it. Tosaka really doesn't do any club activities for personal reasons. I thought she just went straight home, since she even turned down the recommendation to join the student council.
ま、たまにはそれもいいか。あいつもお高く泊まってるし、一度ぐらいは痛い目に遭うのもいいかもね。
Yeah. Mitsuzuri says something dangerous. Come to think of it, I heard that Tosaka has many enemies. Could Mitsuzuri be one of them?
おい、三つ釣り。いくらなんでもそれは。
あ、そろそろ時間だ。じゃあね、エミヤ。今度。
Mitsuzuri hurries off.
相変わらずだな。
But I like that part of her. Feeling calmer now, I head to the classroom. And should I? Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna quit now. See ya. This is all for today's episode. And let's see, how should I summarize this? I think I'll just save it under the Bashir's head against a brick wall again. Okay, so that is all for this episode of Fate Stay Night. If you enjoyed, please feel free to leave a comment or a like. Or even if you didn't enjoy, you can give me some feedback. Just tell me what you didn't like about it. Maybe leave a suggestion for something for me to do. And that is all for this episode of Fate Stay Night. I'll be seeing you guys next week. Bye.